afternoon, everyone. Jacqueline Cartin here from Pure Nutrition. I hope you are all well today. So because we're coming close to Valentine's Day, and everywhere in town all I see is box of chocolates and treats and all different types of things to celebrate that day, I thought I would do a wee theme today for Valentine's Day for next week. And of course, doing it with a nice sort of healthy slant, but keeping it nice and tasty as well. And bringing some of that favourite ingredient in that we all love, a wee bit of chocolate as well. So we're going to do a couple of different things today. We're going to do some nut cookies, and we're going to do some chocolate strawberries, and I'm going to talk a wee bit as well about the importance of hydration in our system as well, and we're going to do a nice herbal tea to accompany our Valentine's Day treats. So we'll start with looking at the ingredients that we're going to be using for today's recipes. And we'll start with the cookies recipe idea. Very, very simple. There's only a couple of ingredients involved in it, and they bake in 10 minutes in the oven, which is great. It's just a really quick way of doing a nice high protein flavoursome wheat cookie as well. Lovely with a wee cup of tea as well. So we'll start by looking at the ingredients that we're going to need for that. It's going to be a nut cookie, so we're going to use 1 cup of nut butter. You can choose between cashew, peanut butter. I'm using a mixture of peanut butter and almond butter. The main thing to remember is to go for the smooth consistency one, because that binds the whole thing together. So that's 1 cup, which is around 225 mils of that. And we're going to use cacao, or you can use cocoa powder, whichever you have in the cupboard. And all we need for that is 2 teaspoons of that. Okay, so not very much needed at all. We're going to use 2 tablespoons, again, very small amount, because it's going to make around 10 to 12 cookies of maple syrup. And a tiny bit, this is for dusting at the end, a tiny bit of icing sugar for dusting at the end. So maybe around a tablespoon of that at the very most. And then for our chocolate strawberries, a nice bunch of fresh strawberries, which I got in the local supermarket. And we're going to use some dark chocolate. And alongside that, we're going to use a tablespoon of coconut oil. If you don't have coconut oil, that's fine. You can just use the chocolate. Now, a few options we're going to use with this for flavouring it is you can have a bit of orange juice, squeeze of orange juice, or a squeeze of lemon. I'm going to add a little bit of ginger into it, put a wee bit of heat into dark chocolate. That's really nice. Just around a teaspoon of grated ginger. And we're actually going to look at decorating the actual chocolate strawberries with a little bit of coconut flakes as well too. Another option is you can have a teaspoon of vanilla extract in it. That's just some options. That's some options of flavour in the chocolate that we're going to actually coat with the strawberries as well. So you can do just plain strawberries with the chocolate, or you can add or mix and match the different flavours that you like. So let's get started by putting together our cookie mix to be put in the oven. First thing we need to do is turn on our oven to 180 or gas mark 4. So we're going to preheat the oven now and then put the cookie mix together. So let's get started on that. So now we're going to need our mixing bowl. To the mixing bowl, we're going to add our nut butter, our maple syrup, our cacao powder, and now we're going to blend it all together. Our cookie mixture is now ready. We want to now get our baking tray and divide the mixture into 10 to 12 cookies using a teaspoon. You then want to slightly flatten the cookies a little with the back of the spoon. We're then going to pierce the center of 4 or 5 of the cookies, which we're going to add a little filling in when they have baked. They're now ready to be put into the oven. Okay, so how simple was that? Easiest cookies in the world to make. And whilst there is some sugar in it, the majority of it is a nut butter, which is a really good source of protein. And as you can see there, I made them quite small because they are quite filling because of the rich source of protein in them as well. So with them all made, they're popped in the oven for 10 minutes. So whilst they're baking now, we're going to prepare for our lovely chocolate strawberries. So all you're going to need for that now is I'm going to just use a pot, put some boiling water in and get my bowl set into it. And we're going to just melt down our coconut oil and our lovely dark chocolate, and we'll flavour it with I'm going to use a wee bit of ginger and maybe a little bit of orange juice. I like orange and chocolate goes really well together. So let's do that now. Now to make our chocolate sauce. We're going to take a small pot and add some boiling water. Then insert a heat-resistant bowl. Pop in 100 grams of dark chocolate. I'm going to use some pure dark vegan chocolate. 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. Then we are going to flavour it with some grated ginger root and 1 tablespoon of freshly squeezed orange. Pop on the lid and simmer for 5 to 10 minutes until it's completely melted. Our lovely chocolate, ginger and orange sauce is now ready, and we are going to now coat our fresh strawberries in this chocolate sauce. Once we have them all coated half in chocolate sauce, we're going to then sprinkle some of them with coconut flakes. Once we have that done, they're now ready to be put into the fridge and to cool for a while. Our cookies are now baked and out of the oven for about 10 minutes. We're now going to add some of the chocolate sauce to the ones that we pierced in the middle. Then we're going to pop them into the fridge and allow them to cool for around another 30 minutes before serving. The cookies are now nicely cooled down, which makes them easier to handle. We're now going to give them their final touch, putting a little dusting of icing sugar over them. That's them now ready to be served. They look fabulous. This little mini Valentine's feast wouldn't be complete without a nice cuppa. I've decided to go for a popular favourite in our house, peppermint tea. It not only tastes great, but it's very cooling on the digestive system too. And as it's caffeine free, it's also good hydration for the body. I'm going for some loose leaves, which I find taste really good. There's also some great brands of tea bags out there as well to choose from. Just pop 2 tablespoons of the leaves into the pot, and if you want just another tea bag if you wish, then add in the boiling water and allow it to infuse for around 5 minutes before drinking. Okay, so that's our strawberries now ready, nicely chilled from the fridge, ready for serving. I've had a little taste already, just couldn't resist it. The freshness of the strawberries blends perfectly with the dark chocolate, ginger and orange. My taste buds felt like they were having a party. It tastes so good. And there you have it, folks. A Valentine's treat full of colour, elegance, flavour, and natural sweetness. The type of treat that will revitalise, re-energise, and satisfy those sugar cravings, so you don't actually feel guilty once you've eaten it. What more do you need? Enjoy. So there you have it, folks. What's not to like? Lovely cookies, nice warming mint tea, and lovely chocolate and coconut strawberries. Smells wonderful. Again, it's just taking something that we're used to seeing as a treat and adapting those ingredients to a more beneficial, nutritious ingredient like the nut butter, the pure chocolate. We use maple syrup, but that's a natural sugar which isn't as detrimental to our systems as refined sugar is. And of course, our lovely chocolate strawberries. Again, you're using pure natural chocolate, a bit of coconut if you wish. You can just have it as with the chocolate. Huge favourite with my grandchildren as well. It looks really good as well. And as I said earlier about the peppermint tea, again, using teas that where you're not using lots and lots of caffeine, these are much more rehydrating on the body and really beneficial as well. Plus, it all tastes really, really good as well. So I am going to take one of the cookies and give it a go. Now they did take a wee while to sort of, now you can see there with them, they just break off lovely, it's soft. You really do need to let them cool down, before you actually dress them as well. But because it's peanut butter, and nut butter is very filling as well, small ones are very, you actually feel quite satisfied. So I'll give it a go. Tastes so good. Really, really nice. Highly recommend trying that, folks. And it's so nice with the tea and the freshness of the fruit as well. So you've got a win-win situation as well. You need a wee bit more tea. The peppermint's one of my favourites as well. It's so refreshing as well. So folks, a different option for Valentine's if you're looking for a wee treat. And keep thinking healthy, keep trying different recipes, and I hope you're finding all these recipes and programs that I'm doing helpful, and that you're trying some things at home. And as I said before, any questions you have for me, or if you wish to get in touch to make any queries on nutrition, please feel free to contact me. All the information's at the end of this video. Until next week, folks, take care. Bye for now. Pure Nutrition is available by phone and online. We offer one-to-one based consultations and healthy cookery classes to individuals and groups such as friends, community organisations and workplaces. Our services are delivered via Zoom, Facebook Live, pre-recorded sessions or by phone. For more information, you can contact Pure Nutrition via phone, email, Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp. Thank you.